This is Brenda with Keenan Kreations, and today I'm going to show you how to make this card using the masking and sponging technique. So you're going to take your mask and you're going to line it up to the cardstock that you're going to end up stamping and sponging on. So I'm going to tape the edges down because sometimes when you're sponging, this paper will shift just a little bit and then I'll end up with ink actually underneath the mask. And I don't want that. So I'm just going to tape all the edges just to keep them nice and clean and also to keep this mask in the same place. The tape I'm using is removable tape so it doesn't stick and tear the paper, but it'll definitely keep it covered around the edges. We're going to use basic black ink. We're using the tree from Sheltering Tree, and this is a freshly inked ink pad, so I'm going to pat it just to get it nice and covered. And then we're going to place this right in the center. And this stamp has a lot of detail, so take your time and just press around the image. And sometimes the photopolymer sticks a little bit to the cardstock, so when you're lifting it up, just lift it up kind of gentle. And because this ink pad was recently inked, this ink is going to take just a little bit longer to dry, so I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes and then we'll be right back. Okay, now that this ink has had a chance to dry, we're going to go ahead and start sponging, and we're going to use pumpkin pie. And you want to take the sponge and just rub it across the ink pad or pat. Now you'll notice there's some ink here on the top part of the sponge. If you go like this, like that way, sometimes that part gets under and the ink gets on top. So just do it this way and your fingers won't get quite as inky. So we want to go in a soft circular motion. We want to be careful not to bend that little piece back when we're sponging. And it's okay to go off the paper and kind of work your way in. So I know I want the pumpkin pie to be on the left side. So I'm just going in a soft circular motion. And I'm being careful not to bend that little piece back. Just go back to your ink pad. And don't forget you've got two more colors, so you want to leave room for the green at the bottom and the purple on the other side. So don't go too heavy with the sponging at this point. You just want to kind of get it in the general area and then you can go back and add more later. So let's go ahead and we'll use Rich Razzleberry next. And this is a really dark purple, so you want to be very careful to do it soft and light at first. And again, just soft circular motions. And we're leaving room for that green at the bottom and in the middle. Now I'm probably going to go back with both these colors, but I want to first get all the colors on there and then I can go back and deepen them. So we're just going to go right here along the bottom and then work our way up. So once I have that nice soft blending, you can go back with the other two colors, and we want to kind of get the ink a little bit darker and softer in that middle part. So just go back to the orange, and now we can just bring that in just a little bit more. And again, being careful not to bend that little piece. I can see I want to go up a little bit higher with this green. And then we'll finish off with the purple. I would say that purple is the one you need to be most careful with because it's such a dark color. And then we're just going to come over here and blend that in. And then one more time with the green, we'll just kind of soften that up a little bit. Okay. So you want to be careful pulling this tape off because there's ink on top of the tape, and I don't think that ink ever really dries. So just make sure that you don't get it on your fingers or the rest of the cardstock here. So I'm just kind of going from the outside edge out. and then remove your mask. And then this just gets layered onto Old Olive cardstock. And the Old Olive is cut just a little bit larger. So again, the white, I think it's 3.5 by 4 3/4. So the Old Olive would be 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. And you're just going to layer that together. You're going to add your greeting at the bottom. I would put dimensionals underneath. And then you have your card. So I hope you enjoyed this technique. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can also visit me at KeenanCreations.com. Thanks and have a great day.